Going to 11DK, guys. 11DK, you heard it here first. All right. Bitcoin is going to 11DK. The bottom is in. I agree. That's why the green light's on. Okay. I think we pump up here to 100K, bro. And then maybe we come down and we start making, but we would still be in a bearish trend. That's the next point of resistance. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at by December 2nd-ish, December 5th. That's when the new moon is, right? Or the full moon, excuse me. That's when we hit the top and we come back down. Nothing lines up with the time frame. Nothing lines up with saying that it's going to 200K. There is no indication whatsoever. Mike Tran, please tell me, what do you have? What information do you know that is telling you that that I'm wrong? Because everything else that I am seeing says otherwise. Thought you said with the moon this week? I did say. I said the new moon will bring us to the bottom. I am buying tonight or tomorrow. The bottom is in. Okay, you buy the new moon, you sell the full moon. The full moon is December 5th, I believe. Are your comments going through? You can't unsee the candles once you see them. If you know, you know. Exactly. Sorry, brother. I didn't get to your chat just yet. Sharon, thought you said W the moon this week. Okay. I don't know what that means, but let me explain the moon cycle to you, okay? You buy on the new moon, you sell on the full moon. The new moon is tomorrow, okay? And technically, the new moon starts like a day or so early, right? That's where here, the bottom, okay? New moon is in, and then we get a full moon. But that would take us up to resistance here at 100K. Unless it just skyrockets from there. But you have to understand, Christmas is coming up. There are so many people that bought and have been holding all year and have been holding to make $20 that are going to sell, and it's going to bring the market back down. And that's usually what happens is around December, it's over. Okay? So there's no indication that Bitcoin is going up to a new high. And I will explain this to you right now. Okay? So let's pull up gold. Bitcoin follows gold. Okay? Gold is a double top and coming down. All right? Which indicates that if gold is coming down, so is Bitcoin. Okay? Also, the dollar's strength index, right? So the US dollar is strong. So when the US dollar is strong, Bitcoin Bitcoin and crypto go down. Okay? When the dollar is weak, gold and Bitcoin and crypto go up. Okay? The dollar is too strong. There is no indication whatsoever that points towards crypto moving up right now. Other than the moon cycle, we get a small move up because we are out of balance, and we have to, if things don't move straight down, They go up and down and up and down, but they work their way a certain direction. And we are working our way down. Okay? If you think Bitcoin is going to 200K by the end of December, you've lost the plot. You don't understand macroeconomics, because macroeconomics is what drives crypto. Crypto is a high-risk asset. I refuse to believe that Bitcoin is going down 200K. We get there by next year. Bro, I feel sorry for you, because you refuse to see every indicator. Maybe it's a lack of education and understanding of economics, okay? Macroeconomics. I pity you, and I feel bad for you. I hope I'm wrong, okay? And things are subject to change. But as of right now, everything is indicating that we are moving into a bear market. If you probably know nothing about the yield curve, right? So you just can't understand these things. And that's great. You know, you can live on hopium, bro. Live on hopium, great. But I'm telling you, hopium is going to get you wrecked every time. You're not going to see these crazy nonsense numbers unless there's evidence to back it up. Okay? So I'm asking you, what evidence do you have that backs up your claim of Bitcoin going to 200K? Because I see nothing that indicates that's about to happen. You're just regurgitating something you heard from some other moon cheesing influencer here on TikTok. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no facts. I'm like, here, tell me where I'm wrong. Give me some kind of data to tell me that I'm wrong. Please. Show me your data. But you have nothing. All you do is say, I refuse to believe that Bitcoin is going down. It's only going to 200K. Well, unfortunately, that is going to cost you a lot of fucking money. Me, I'm about making money. I'm not about believing what the hype is. Okay? So I would urge you, before you invest in the market, invest in yourself and your education. Understand what you're talking about and who you're talking to before you go around and start throwing numbers out and giving price predictions. They said Dogecoin will explode. Dude, everyone is saying everything's going to explode soon. They've been saying that since November, okay? After everything already exploded, everyone's been saying, oh, it's going to explode soon. What is your data? Give me a reason why Dogecoin is going to explode soon. Tell me why. How long have I been trading for? I've been trading in the stock market since I was 18 years old, okay? And I've been trading in crypto since 2016. That's why they're throwing the stimulus checks out. We don't even know if we're actually getting the stimulus checks yet. That is just Trump yap. That's all it is. Trump said that we were going to get no tax on crypto as well, didn't he? That's all yap still too, okay? As far as I'm concerned, there are no stimulus checks coming. There is no tariff checks coming to anyone. Until it's actually happening, it's not happening in my case. That's what I believe. BTC going to 200K, boys. XRP to 1,000. ADA to 10K. Yeah, my boy. I like those numbers. Chat. Can you hear? Do you hear this guy? Come on. 10K ADA, $1,000 XRP, and a 200K Bitcoin. Bro, the only thing that you said that is remotely possibly feasible is that Bitcoin could go to 200K. There is no way ADA is going to 10K, bro. You have lost the plot. In the words of Gordon Ramsay, you have lost the plot, my friend, and I will see you at the bottom. and I will buy your bags when you sell them for a loss. I pity you, you sad, sad man. I'm actually really sad for you. And you know what? You cannot troll me, bro. You can't troll me. I'm too thick-skinned, bro. I've been through way too much, and I know what I'm talking about. So any lame brain can come on here and say whatever they want to say, and it's not going to get to me because I have information, data, and knowledge to back up what I say. So when you have that, I will listen to you, and I will say, hey, maybe I was wrong. But you ain't got nothing for me, bro, other than throwing out crazy prices, bro. 10K ADA is the craziest price I've ever heard. I've heard it $10,000 XRP. A $10,000 ADA, that is on another level, bro. That, dude, you need to put the pipe down, bro. All right? Put the pipe down. Come back to Earth. You have to understand that the ship is leaving the moon, and if you don't make it back to Earth, bro, you're going to suffocate out there, bro. Let's see here. Holding XRP will not make a good profit like trading do, says Calvin Hill. First of all, you're not Calvin Hill, but you are correct. Trading is how it's done. You can't just buy a lottery ticket, especially buying the top. Say, I bought Bitcoin at 125K, so it's definitely going to 200K because I said so. No, you bought the top and you're about to get wiped, bro. I hope you brought toilet paper. He just typed it backwards, Oz. I think you're right. I think he meant a $10,000 XRP and a $1,000 ADA. Either way, those are still crazy fucking numbers. I wish y'all knew how to read individual candles. Exactly. That's literally what I do. Is TikTok Seller 107. I taught him how to trade. Okay, so he's taken my full course on the TA class. Okay, and he understands how to read the charts now. And he's just as accurate as I am now. He's just as good. And how long did it take you? What was it, a few months? And you're on point now. You're trading like a champ. And like, you know, we're factoring in more than just the charts when we're doing it, man. We're looking at macroeconomics. We're looking at so many things. The reversals are so obvious. People don't know, though. I know. It's sad. It's sad. But I'm glad I was able to help you. Techno, thank you for the heart me. Much appreciated. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with everyone you know. When was the last time you called your mother-in-law and you told her, hey, I saw this amazing podcast on TikTok. This guy's incredible. Don't miss his show. He's going to make you rich. I'm not promising riches. What I'm promising you is education. I'm promising you guys information. I'm promising you guys the tools that you need to become generationally wealthy. That's why we're here, right? That's why we're in crypto. We want to create generational wealth, right? That's what you guys want, right? I'm trying to literally give you the tools to do that. But you want to come in here and say XRP is going to 11D and that's supposed to make it happen? That's not how it works. I'm here to educate you and teach you. I want to hone you into a trading monster. But you have to 6'7", baby. 6'7". You got to get with it. I wouldn't get into BTC until it dips below 40. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like 38 to 40K will be the bottom on Bitcoin. That's where I'm at too. So that's cool, man. It seems like you got somewhat of a head on your shoulders, but maybe you were just trolling me, which is great. Because I have a good time with it, man. Because you can come at me with all kinds of crazy numbers, but I'm here to educate people. So you saying the opposite to be funny or whatever just fuels me to educate more people. So I'm good with it. Bitcoin will get to 200K first. Bro, no, it won't. No, it won't. Maybe. Okay. I will give you this. Let's just say that the yield curve flattens. Okay. And it's not because of reactionary rate cuts. All right. Let's just say that that happens. All right. And let's just say that the bull run is extended into 2026. Maybe, just maybe, it might get to like 180K, 190, maybe close to 200. Maybe, if the stars align. But let me tell you something right now. There is no indication that the yield curve is going to flatten without reactionary rate cuts. Okay? There's no indication that we are not headed into a time of war, which we're already in. There's no indication that people aren't going to sell just because of Christmas, because they bought $100 worth of XRP because someone lied to them and told them that it was going to go up, 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 up. And they figured I'd hold it for a year until Christmas and I'd cash out. There's no indication that anything is pointing for an extended cycle. And if you see an indication, please tell me, because I want to believe, okay? Because if we are going into an extended cycle, that's great. I make a lot of fucking money doing that. That is great. I want the bull run to last forever, just like all of you guys, okay? I want the bull run to never end, and we continually, listen, I want everything to move up. It's all going to move up, and it's never going to fall. It's going to be beautiful. Everybody says so. That's what I want. But the reality is, nothing is indicating that that's even remotely going to happen. And until I see an indication of that, I am not changing my mind. Now, I am not confirmation bias. I'm not here to say, I said it, so now I have to stick with it. No, I adapt. I change. I say, you know what? Things look like they're changing and I may have been wrong. So therefore, I will adapt. I will change. That's why I'm the goat. You ever seen a goat climb a mountain? It's wonderful. It's magnificent. It's almost impossible, but they do it. The goat adapts to its environment. 145K in February for Bitcoin. By the way, this is gold, not Bitcoin, up on the screen right now. I just wish it was easier to educate you guys. I wish everyone would just listen to me and I didn't have to convince them. It would be so much easier. But those of you who have been around for a long time, a lot of you were not convinced, right? A lot of you were not convinced when you first met me. You were listening, but you were listening a bit, but you didn't quite believe it. But as time went on and you saw that I was right, time after time after time, eventually those people woke up. But if you have such a strong confirmation bias that you cannot believe that there is no way that some crazy influencer that has everything to gain by the market being pumped up by your bag so that they can sell out from underneath you, to listen to everything that they have to say, but you can't listen to the one guy on here that's trying to help you, the one guy that's not trying to force feed XRP and cram it down your fucking skull. I'm the only guy up here. I mean, there's a couple of them. There's a couple, okay? But pretty much everybody is just spoon feeding you nonsense. And the one guy that's trying to help you is the one that you want to come in and tell him that he's wrong with no data. You have nothing to say other than regurgitated nonsense that you heard from some other person that's regurgitating nonsense. Let's be honest, nobody on TikTok is moving the market. Some of us could. On the right coin, I could move the market. Spoon feeding them lies to make what? Influencers money. Exactly. And, you know, it's like people come in, they're like, oh, well, Crypto Psycho says this, or Calvin Hill says that, or Jake Claver says this. These people have everything to gain by rugging you. And I see you guys sending them gifts and money, and you're like, oh, thank you so much for lying to my face and making me feel better. It's so sad. I just want to help y'all. So when I say, if you're going to come in here and throw out outlandish claims of a $10,000 ADA and a $1,000 XRP, have some information to back it up. Show me your data. Zach Rector. I think I know him. If it's, let me pull him up real quick. If it's who I think it is, I just actually had a meeting with him. If it's who I think it is he the guy? I'm bad with names. Zach Rector. Nope, that's not him. Oh, man. Zach Rector. Ooh. Can I just call him Zach Rectum? Jeez Louise. Zach Rectum told me so, so therefore it's happening, guys. Mr. Zach Rectum is going to shove XRP so far up my rectum that it's going to come spewing out my mouth. Jesus Christ. Y'all are crazy. I hope you didn't talk to Zach. No, I did not talk to Zach Rectum. I was thinking of a different guy. And he's actually good. Now, he's a little bit of a, you know, on a different level with XRP, but he's not an idiot. He actually has data to back up some of the things he says, but he's not. Also, a lot of us are just speculating, and I get it. You know, we can speculate on all kinds of things, but for me, I'm looking for real hard data. Zach called 270 the bottom for XRP. Guys, I called 163 and I actually called 160, 161, which was the actual number, but we added a few cents to make sure that our limit orders fill. I called the 163 dip on XRP in January. And I said that XRP would continually move downward until it hit that point, and then it had the potential to go up, which it did. Months in advance. No one out here is calling it like I am. Let's see here. Oh, another one. You seen XRP hit $91 on Kraken glitch today. Yeah. You know what? I think that those things happen to create FOMO. It's right before the ISO thing. They got to create more FOMO. So what now, Guru? What do you mean, what now? What now? We're going up. The green light's on. We're going to go up a little bit, and then we're going to come back down. That's what. We're at 92 on Bitcoin. We'll probably see 98 to 100K, and then come back down. That's what the guru says. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it goes parabolic from there. But it's going up from this point. Okay? What I would say is 139. And if you don't know what I'm saying when I say 139, then you need to get in my TA class, and you would understand that. And if we are going to 200K Bitcoin, you're still going to make plenty of fucking money. Answer YOS, please. Where, bro, Bitcoin to 74. Yes. Let me see here. I think lower. I mean, that would be a stopping point for Bitcoin. 74. But here's what you need to understand, okay? If Bitcoin does go down to 74K, you know what you're going to see? You're going to see this. It's going to hit. It's going to shoot up. It's going to stop here around 100K and then come back down, and it should break through. It should break through here, or at least stop at like 50K, maybe 45K. But that would be a head and shoulders reversal, and then could potentially from there come down more. This is possible. This is not unreasonable to see right here, especially the fact that it's pretty much a triple top at the head. That's an indication of a strong, hard move down, a move up that will be weaker, and then coming back down, which builds a head and shoulders. I don't think Bitcoin's going to zero. I'm just saying, look at. Let me see if I can get rid of this here. Look at. It comes up, it goes down. It comes up, it goes down. It goes up, double top, and it comes down. Now, it gains a little bit of value. It holds its power, and then it comes up again. Eventually, this bubble has to crash. You have to understand that the reason that the price of Bitcoin is as high as it is because it's leveraged. Look at Michael Saylor. Over leveraged bubble. Eventually, that bubble has to pop. Look at Bernie Madoff, okay? If you don't know who Bernie Madoff is, Google it, okay? That is what we're looking at here. Eventually, the bubble has to pop because it is not real money sitting in the market. It is debt. Debt is keeping the prices up. That's why you're seeing these crazy liquidations, because you're seeing more people trading with leverage than you've ever seen in crypto history. You're seeing more liquidity spread out off of all over the place in crypto like we've never seen before, because there's so many projects. This is different than anything we've ever seen. The bubble will pop. This is just like the .com bubble. You want to buy in smart money. TikTok seller says, invest that bottom part. Y'all make millies each time. Just do it for the love of God. Oh, I love that, bro. That's awesome. There is no bubble. Oh my God. Show me your data. Tell me how there's no bubble. Give me one piece of factual information that says that there's not a bubble. You crazy. You are an angry man tonight. I love it. Gotta pour more fuel on the fire. I mean, I'm not even angry. I'm happy. We are nearing the 9th inning. We're in the bottom of the 9th right now. Okay? This is it. How's your super bullish SXT going? Dude, I was bullish on SXT until it hit 10 cents. And I said, okay, we're going to get out of it and buy the bottom. But SXT, I said this from day one. SXT is in accumulation for the next cycle. If you're looking for something to buy and hold that could potentially go to dollars, this is the time to buy it. Y'all are crazy. SXT is not meant for this cycle. It's meant for the next one. Why would I want to buy XRP at $3 when I can buy SXT at cents? And so people are like, well, I have the money to invest now. Where do I put it? You put it into something that's in accumulation. You buy it in a smart money zone and you hold it. And then eventually when the bull run takes off, it takes off. SXT was never designed to get you rich tomorrow. There's a place to secure your funds. SXT easily, if half of the people that follow SXT on X, just half of them invested $1, SXT could go to 50 cents. So imagine if half of those people that follow SXT on X put in $100. It could go to $5. It's literally that simple. But it's super low, so you want to buy it up while it's low, and eventually it will get its narrative, and it'll fucking take off. But it doesn't mean it's happening right now. This is investing. Buying lottery tickets like in XRP, buying Bitcoin while it's at its top is buying a lottery ticket. Okay? When you're investing into a project that you know is good, that you know is bottomed out, and you're going to hold it, that's what's called investing. It's not about getting rich overnight. It's not about getting rich overnight. Are you guys investors or are you gamblers? That's my question for you. I mean, I'm not angry. Bro, Justin. I'll tell you what, Justin. You know, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say it. That's how not angry I am. All right? I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to let it slide because you've been here for a quick minute. Not a long minute, but a quick minute. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to release the fish. It's funny how everyone hears what they want to hear. Everyone wants to hear what they want to hear. It doesn't matter what I say. You're always going to hear what you want to hear. So I could literally tell you in black and white, this is what you need to do. But if you don't educate yourself and understand what you're doing, you're just going to hear, I'm going to get rich quick. Because that's what most people do. I hear you, Justin. You're good, bro. Super bullish on Sui. I'll buy a bag at 0.6, 60 cents, huh? I am pretty much, I'm going to buy today or tomorrow. I'm going to hold it for about 2 weeks. Then I'm going to sell it. And then I'm pretty much out of crypto until something indicates that we're not going into a bear market. And then when the bear market comes and we bottomed out and we pretty much flatlined, I'm just going to buy crypto for the next 4 years. You know, a few $100, maybe $1,000 every month. And just stack it. You know, for 4 years. That'll be millions. You just got to wait. Don't be trying to buy and accumulate something in the middle of a bull run. Just be patient and wait. Just be patient. You will get your chance. You have hacked on me a few times, so I had to give you some back since you're on fire tonight. Hey, don't worry about you. Don't worry about it, brother. I'm actually good. I'm actually really happy to be back on the show. And the trolls kind of ruined the show for a little bit. And so I'm ready to just like, give it back to them, you know. And I unblocked everyone that was blocked on my channel. Everyone I had blocked, I completely unblocked them. And I said, let them come. Listen, I don't care. Let them come. Now we're going to 40K. It's just not going to take 12 months. I think it could take 6 to 12 months, maybe 8 to 15 months, something like that. It takes time. Yeah, coming down. Look, if this is, we're going to 50K. This would be September, October, November, December of, I'd say December of 2026. We could potentially see a $50,000 Bitcoin. That's the timeline. This is why I draw it out right here, because I can literally come around here and see, and then I can go off of how the cycles work and the time and the quarters, right? And I can say that more than likely by December of 2026, you're going to be able to buy Bitcoin for 50K. All right? Devil's advocate here, crypto is a scam, and it will dissipate in the next 5 years. Oh my God. So are you saying that in reference to the idea that mass adoption already happened? Chat, what if crypto is a pyramid scheme? What if it's all a scam and we're already using digital currency right now? I have information to back this up, okay? What if mass adoption already happened? What? First of all, let's reel it in a little bit. I got a fish here, okay? Let me just reel in that fish a little bit, all right? What do you define mass adoption? Chat, what is your definition of mass adoption of crypto? $200K by 2029. I actually think that that's a good prediction. A 200K Bitcoin by 2029, 2030 is a good prediction. I've been here so long, he repeats all his stories. I know, right? Well, we're just kind of getting back in the flow of things, right? We're getting back into it, baby. We got to get things rolling again, right? You got to get the flow. But there's so many people that haven't heard. You know, once we get through this bull run, everything's going to change. It's going to be so different. We gotta inform as many people as possible. You know, we want to help them. So, mass adoption, to me, is when people are using digital currency without them even knowing it, right? Using it on the back end, right? People using digital currency and they don't even know it. That's my definition of mass adoption, right? Some people are like, oh, well, institutions using it. Well, hold on. Even institutions have to be using it before daily people are using it on the back end without them even knowing it, right? So, I'm talking about the end. Institutions are in, big money's in, everyone's using it, everyone around the world is using it, right? That is my definition of mass adoption. The entire world using crypto. All right? Now, what if I told you that already happened? What if I told you mass adoption where institutions and big time money players and daily, everyday people are already using digital currency to transfer money? What would you say? Would you believe it? Would you believe if I told you that everyone was already using digital currency right now? Everyone. Well, the fact of the matter is, we are. Have you ever used PayPal? You can send money to somebody cross-border instantaneously within seconds with no fees with PayPal. Isn't that what XRP is supposed to do? Right? You can use PayPal. You got Cash App. You got Venmo. Right? We already have it. We've been using digital currency for a long time. So it is possible that crypto is maybe the next step, which I think is probably more likely. Or it's what's happening on the back end that we don't even know that's being used, and they need to keep people putting money into it because they need that liquidity for the liquidity pools for it to work. Uneducated people don't know Bitcoin is dropping because Satoshi Nakamoto is alive and finally selling. Okay, so let me clarify on that. You can track the old wallets. So there are a bunch of old wallets that are coming alive from the Satoshi era. Okay? Now, it's one of two things. It's either Satoshi Nakamoto has woken up and he's starting to sell off, right? Or it's multiple people that it bought a long time ago that have been holding it for a long time. They're like, you know what? It's topped out. I made my money. I'm getting out. Or it's people that bought it a long time ago to order a pizza or something, had it in there. They lost their seed phrases. They lost whatever, and finally are getting access to it, and they're cashing it out. We don't know. But there are a lot of Satoshi era. You have to understand that they play with words because they want to create hype. Oh, Satoshi's alive and he's selling off his Bitcoin. It is possible that these are Satoshi era, means they bought Bitcoin around the same time that Satoshi created Bitcoin. That's all it means. Okay? But that's one of my biggest concerns with Bitcoin is the fact that how many Bitcoin does Satoshi own? Anyone in the chat, someone help me out. How much Bitcoin does Satoshi own? I think it's like 100 billion or something like that. Right? I don't like the odds of that. That means that person could sell somewhere that money is that Bitcoin is sitting in a wallet. I totally made that up. Had no idea anything close to that was happening. Yeah, dude, that's actually happening right now. I actually have news articles and stuff on it that I didn't pull up because I'm not really. I don't know. Maybe I will do the news again. Do you guys want me to do the news? But there are Satoshi era wallets coming back to life, and and what I want to know is Satoshi's wallet one wallet or is it multiple wallets? Like what? I don't see. I'm not even going to begin to say that I know everything about Bitcoin, but I do know that there's like 100 billion Bitcoin floating around out there in a wallet that could literally get liquidated at any time. So someone could sell it. We don't know who it is. We don't know who's holding the bag. It's 6 or 7 wallets. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's a few wallets, but someone out there has to have access to that. Think about it. If you're Satoshi Nakamoto, let's say you died. Everyone says, oh, well, he died, right? I don't buy that for 1 second. I don't buy that Satoshi Nakamoto is some random guy. Honestly, you want to jump down a rabbit hole with me? I think that the CIA created Bitcoin. And I think that Bitcoin stands for beta test coin, okay? And I think that that's why they're pushing all these other countries to buy into Bitcoin, because what they want to do is, and this is the U.S. government, the CIA. Satoshi Nakamoto stands for Central Intelligence Agency in Japanese. Okay, I believe that they are holding the wallet, making people believe that Satoshi's dead, that those wallets will never be accessed. They're creating FOMO with our country here in the United States that Bitcoin's happening and everyone needs to buy it up, creating this. Imagine if you had an enemy, right? Imagine you're the U.S. government. What is the best way to attack your enemy? You get them to buy something that's worthless, right? And you can topple their government. Haven't you seen Rick and Morty? He says they just toppled the Galactic Federation. And they're like, how are you going to do that? By changing a 1 to a 0, right? Making something that was worth something worth nothing, right? If you're the U.S. government and you are Satoshi Nakamoto and you created Bitcoin and you are holding the bags, you have all these, right? And you're creating the narrative for everyone to buy into it. Nations are going to start creating these strategic reserves, right? See, we're not actually buying it. We're just seizing it and holding on to it, which is creating value. Where other countries are like, oh, well, we're going to, because they're dictatorships, they're like, we're going to buy it. We're not just going to take what we seize. We're going to buy it. We're going to hold it. We're going to create our own strategic reserve. We're going to get rich too. Right? Well, let's say you just want to control the entire world. What do? You sell all your Bitcoin. Now you've extracted the wealth from the entire world. That's how it's done. That's what I think is really going on. And I think it is the beta test coin, and there will be something else that is used, or we're already using it right now. We've already adopted it. Satoshi Nakamoto's real name is probably Jeff. Oh my God. It's probably Justin. Satoshi's real name is probably Justin Kelly. His real name is probably Ozthecryptogoat. Jake Claver just joined the live. Everybody give Jake Claver a hand. Jake Claver, thank you so much for the trolls that you send my way. I appreciate you very much. A round of applause for the biggest moon cheeser in the XRP community. Brava. Brava. You think Jeffrey Epstein is Satoshi? Maybe. I'll tell you what, I don't think Jeffrey Epstein's dead. And I don't think Satoshi's dead. I don't even think Satoshi's a person. It's an organization. And I mean, I can't say this stuff on TikTok. It's coming soon, though. I have information, okay, from Hollywood, from working in Hollywood, that I will be releasing at some point. But we got to get more viewers. We got to, because, I mean, if we get to a point where we're just not growing and that's just what it is, I'm going to still tell you guys. But I'm hoping that my life will be spared if I have a big enough following. Or at least it'll create, like a legend effect where people will start to, it'll go viral because of my death. No, he's not. The film footage from the prison was tampered with. He's alive. I agree. There's like, what, a whole minute and something missing? A lot can happen in 1 minute, guys. A whole lot can happen in 1 minute. A lot can happen in 15 seconds. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. I do believe he was Mossad. Right? Oh, I needed that. You know what? I need a bigger one. Give me a second here. Let's see here. Let's do this here. Oh, look at that. Let's see here. We need something here. Hydration break, maybe. Yeah, I need to change the music.
What is real? How do you define real? There is no spoon. What is real, what is human? This world got me questioning, consuming. Stuck in the matrix, feeling like I'm Truman. So upside down, disconnected from the Schumann. But Morpheus is here now, you ready to go. The red or blue pill, you already know. Down the rabbit hole, we going below. Layers they can't see, I'm going to show. You what is real, what is fake, take it slow. Been doing it for years and now I'm a pro. Fiat the fake, it's a sham, it's a scam. 2.3 trillion a supply, like goddamn. They print and they steal as much as they want. But old Uncle Sam, he just runs a front for the shadiest scheme you've ever seen. Completely worthless, worse than a shit meme. Coin got us all stuck in the system. Crypto the fix, let me give you some wisdom. Bitcoin and Cardano use UTXOs. XRP and Solana for speed, I suppose. Assets that go up, not down overnight, but the system won't die without a big fight. That's why they delay, that's why they keep stalling, but nothing can stop destruction from falling. So let's quietly build and quietly stack. Let's exit the matrix, it's about to crack. Looking for the exit, but I'm feeling stuck in the matrix, just trying to make a buck. Sick of working, I ain't gon' slave away. All I'm offering's the truth, yeah, that's what we say. No more lies, no more fake shit. Man, I really can't take it. I know what is real, so please don't mistake it for new cars and new clothes with next level flows. I try to compose this life that we chose. The matrix is everywhere, it's all around us. Even in this room, it must surround us. You can't see it, you feel it, it's in your soul. Breaking the matrix, they losing control. Politicians and judges, they have the role to keep you in line. Yeah, that's the goal. But when you wake up and then you bake up, you must shake up the matrix and break up. You see the code, not Haskell or no, but the system they built, it's gonna explode. You're faster than this, so upgrade your mode. Don't think no you are, ancient knowledge bestowed. Don't listen to media, turn off the TV. Don't watch that fake news, they'll have you believe lie after lie. That's all that they doing to keep you from chasing that dream you're pursuing. Looking for that exit, but I'm feeling stuck in the matrix, just trying to make a buck. Sick of working, I ain't gon' slave away. All I'm offering is the truth, yeah, that's what we say. Only show you the door, you gotta walk through it. I'm scrolling Big D, now he got me confusing. The shape of the earth, no way that we moving. Long distance test, that's how he can prove it. Starting to be like my big homie Wiz. He thinks that it's flat and handles his biz. Just sound like the dumbest thing I ever heard. Read a book, check the net, just follow the herd. But Google be playing with your search results. They be gang gang, I'm sure just a cult. So no matter how many times they insult, we think for ourselves, not a stupid adult. Is it true, IDK? Yeah, I really would've doubted. Check the views on YouTube, they really ain't about it. On the news, blew a fuse, yeah, that's when the dreaded is controlled. No excuse, that's why they freaking the ladder. Breaking through, no kung fu, yeah, I see the matrix falling. Payphone crew, deja vu. With Agent Smith, I'm brawling. So don't give up, say what's up. If you still stuck in the matrix, the end is near. Have no fear, just keep building and lay bricks.
Goat Tribe, baby. That is Goat Tribe. I'm going to be chilling with those guys tomorrow in San Diego. If you want to come and hang out with me for a little meet and greet, come on down to San Diego. The flyer for the event is in my Discord. Click the in my bio. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, become a super fan. Become a super fan today and help support my show. I need one more super fan. I just need one more. If you're watching and you like this show, help me out. Become a super fan. Now's the time. Look at all the super fans that just joined right now. What is going on, guys? Thank you all for joining me today. We were live for an hour and 29 minutes. That's awesome. Mr. Pag says, yo, how you been, brother man? Henry here. What is going on, Henry? How you doing? I've been good, man. We are having another meet and greet in San Diego. I might hop off here in a little bit. I just want to acknowledge everybody coming in. Seamont, it's good to see you as well. Mar Lopez, thank you for the heart me. Much appreciated. Let's see, how many more heart me's do we need? We need 3 more heart me's. Help me reach my goal. It's a penny, guys. I've made 4 cents this live. 4 whole cents. Help me out because it helps the algorithm, right? It's all about the algorithm. XRP chart is a bear trap. I think that XRP could potentially go to like 204, 206, just like Josh said. But then up from there till about December 5th, we could potentially go up. AB Ryder, how you doing? Good to see you. AB with a heart me, thank you. We only need 2 more heart me's. Oz, did you see XRP go to $20? Somebody said it went to $92. It's not real. It's not real. They're creating more FOMO hype just before the whole ISO narrative thing. That's all it is. But I do think because of that, that's why I say like the thing to buy right now, in my opinion, is XRP. But that's a short-term hold, not a long-term hold. If you missed the live today, everything should be recorded and posted to YouTube. But we're back, baby. So if you miss me, we're going to be going live pretty much 5 days a week now. I'm going to kind of do it at my leisure, but pretty much expect Monday through Friday, 5 p.m., something like that, around that time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to come hang out with me in person, we are going to be kicking it with the Goat Tribe. All right. We are going to be hanging out with the Goat Tribe tomorrow in San Diego. The flyer is posted in my Discord. If you're not in my Discord yet, Vint, thank you. Vintnur, I think that's how you say it. Vintnur, thank you for the heart me. We need one. Oh, live goal has been achieved. Simon, thank you for the heart me. AB, thank you for the heart me. We achieved our goal. If you miss a live, you can always go watch it on YouTube. It's recorded. Watch it there. But pretty much we're going to be back at it just like we were. I just need a little vacation, guys. I just need a little break. But everything's back and we're rocking. Jesse should be back maybe soon, like for like a cameo, and then probably after the holidays she'll be back. We'll see. We will probably do some pre-recorded stuff for the Rabbit Hole Show, and that'll all get posted to YouTube. The Rabbit Hole Show is not going to be live anymore. It's going to be recorded and posted to YouTube. So if you want to watch the Rabbit Hole Show, you got to get on YouTube. Every platform at Ozthecryptogoat, all lowercases, no spaces. If you are not subscribed to me on YouTube yet, please go and subscribe. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is go over there, hit the subscribe button, and yeah. And by the way, Vintnur, thank you for the 20 lives. Much appreciated. I need one person to become a super fan today. I need it today. I need one person to become a super fan today, and I will start receiving 70% of my revenue on TikTok instead of only 50%. But I got to get one today. I need one. Just one of you. Who's it going to be? Help me out. Become a super fan. I can't wait to buy ADA and SXT. I know, right? And we're pretty much there. We're so close to accumulation. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Thank you all for your overwhelming support. Wait, I'll gift it. I don't know. It mattered. Wait, oil gifting? I didn't know it mattered. Does it cost anything to become a super fan? It does cost. I'm not sure how much it is. But if you can, I think it's like $5 or $10, something like that. Might be like $8. I'm not sure. It's the new thing. So I used to have like 200 subscribers. I don't have subscribers anymore. It's super fans. So I lost all my subscriptions. So now I have to build up my super fans now. Give me a second. I can't type. Are you talking about gifting a super fan to someone? I don't know if you can do that or not, but that would be awesome. I only need one. I don't know if you can. The whole super fan thing is new. I do not know, but we only need one more today. And I think you can only become a super fan during a live. You still see a lot of the old ones. When I go into my app, it says I have 0. So they may be just, yeah, I don't have any subscriptions. I do have a few super fans though. Someone sub, it won't let me gift. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can gift a super fan. So if somebody wants to become a super fan, that would be much, much appreciated. I need it today. Just tried. It's not letting you. Oh, I believe you're already a super fan, Simont. Simont, you are already a super fan. That's why.
Little bitch asshole. Go tribe. Go tribe. Said I'm a badass bitch and I'm rich. Don't call me a little girl, I ain't switch. Size like it's nothing, you a snitch. Wanna be like me, yeah, you wish. Crypto vibes on the track, and you know we tryna stack. Bitcoin, Solana, and Ether, some ADA. Bitch, I am the alpha, and you are the beta. You think you are great, I promise I'm greater. Just check my trade, check my wallet, the data. You mention me with the girls, that's gossip. And if you talk shit, you know you best watch it. Crypto vibes are the best, you know you're not it. Passive aggressive, that beef, I'm gonna squash it. Not cause I forgive you, because I am bigger of a person. And yeah, my ass thicker, loyal to my man. You a hoe, you a stripper, so don't miss my word. By the throw a no hitter. Now this my last line before we go get dinner. Michelin restaurants, he pay, he a winner. Said I'm a badass bitch and I'm rich. Don't call me a little girl.
Come to San Diego and hang out with me and the Goat Tribe tomorrow. We're gonna have a blast.
Another verse, better take another lap. Around you putting Goat Tribe on the map. It's a race, it's a fight, yeah, we bout to scrap. But you know I'm clever, so instead lay a trap. To help me catch these little girls in the act. Creating fake drama, yeah, I know that's a fact. I don't mean to provoke, don't mean to attack. But can't take anymore, boy, I gotta react. Or they take advantage of me. Try and lie, spread these rumors about me. But they can't see, that bullshit sets me free. Girl, I decree, you gone, you better flee. Yeah, I'm a wife, you know he put a ring on it. Big ass rock sold, NFTs until the profit headed to the bank. Got more to deposit, Goat Tribe to the moon, yeah, we bout to rock it. Said I'm a badass bitch and I'm rich. Don't call me a little girl, I ain't switch. Size like it's nothing, you a snitch. Wanna be like me.
Thank you to everyone that gifted today. Thank you to everyone that became a super fan. Thank you to everyone that joined and watched and hit the like button. Don't forget, tomorrow in San Diego, I'll see you there. Hit the Discord link in my bio and join my Discord, and you can find the flyer there, and that's where we'll be. We will be there tomorrow. Hope to see you all there. Have a good night. Reach out to him, he'll make one of you. So like they made one of me with the twisty mustache. So that's the good. Yeah, bro. Yeah, so legit. And then we were talking about touching grass. You're going to Abu Dhabi, right, in a couple weeks?
Yeah, sir, actually in a couple days, in literally 1 week from today, pretty much. We'll be on the plane out there to Abu Dhabi, about an hour and a half outside of Dubai, for the largest Solana conference of the year, where everyone's going to descend and decide the future of the blockchain.
Dude, that's so lit, man. I wish I was going to that. I got like family and kids, so like when I travel out of the country, I got to take like the whole brigade with me. So I tend to stay more local, but we're going to have to do one of those together for sure, man. We'll link up.
Holy, you know what? I was just having a conversation actually today with, I'm going to be staying in a content house out there in Abu Dhabi. I'm going to be staying the event's like 4 days or whatever. I'm going to be out there 10 days. And it's going to be me and a bunch of other A-list crypto content creators. And we're going to be just cranking out literally 24/7, 365 live with a full film crew and lights, camera, action, the works. And we're talking in a meeting today, and ETH Denver is coming up in February. I feel like that's one we should run, bro.
ETH Denver? Yeah, I could do
ETH
that.
Denver.
Yeah, I do that.
I feel like that would be fun.
When is that?
You know, the college should be out there, a lot of big names should be out there. I know the bunch of penguins should be out there with them. That's in February.
I think it's when that. I'll let you know. Send me the information. We'll check that out.
Yeah. And I'm FOMO, bro, because our battle in Miami is right now, and a lot of crypto people are out there doing events. It looks like such a good time right now.
Yeah, man. And like, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Shit. Dude, I can't even say why my brain is, I keep losing my track of thought. Remember what you tried to give me before we left? Were you there for that? I had that today, so.
I was trying to find a flex when I go try. I got it right here. You know, I got a little shine on me. Yo, that was my favorite one, honestly. That art is insane. It's so good. Yeah, I was looking for mine. It's right there next to me.
I got
but let me mob you real quick. Boom!
I got the pin.
Your.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yo!
Dude,
that's crazy.
And then on top of it, I got the entire sticker collection. I got the poster. I got a bunch of stuff, man. They hooked me up, dude. They found me for sure. And I'm excited to work on that album, man. Because like, you're a rapper, I'm a lyricist, he's a dev. Together, we could pump out some serious albums, man.
I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I like the project a lot. I'm gonna have to pump up a couple of those. It's on my shopping list. I'm gonna carry the NFT portfolio and start stacking like as a private reserve, and those two are gonna be in there.
Well, plus the GOAT NFTs come with utility. So I don't know if they told you about this, but the GOATs have utility. So as a GOAT holder, you have certain things. So you can, like for me, I can play the music on the live, and I have the rights to use that music with no copyright infringement. So like when I post stuff on YouTube, I don't get hit with anything. You know, so like there's utility to holding GOATs. And there's more to it than that. That was the main utility that I saw. I was like, okay, let me get some GOATs, you know, for that. But there's a lot of utility in holding a GOAT, and I believe that is the future of NFTs. Is NFTs with utility.
Speaking of NFTs with utility, bro, you know I gotta plug my entropy, bro, my Aslar miner.
Why don't you throw the main screen here? Hold on, I got you.
It sold out actually literally last night. I fucking got on the phone with the team and I was like, you guys are missing an opportunity. These things are sold out. You need to just restock as many as you can. And so they put 10 up in the shop. But yeah, NFTs with utility. It's a miner. You plug into a wall and it mines a meme coin. And that in order to activate it and actually claim tokens, you need the NFT from the project. So it has that culture element. That's sort of a metaverse element where you've got a DePIN, you've got NFT, and you've got the DeFi of course as well. So it's kind of a shout out to Jack. It's a jack of all trades of projects where you're really kind of wearing the hats at the same time. Miners eat first. Absolutely, it's sick. And so yeah, the best deal ever. It's usually like $150 for this thing, but right now it's like $90.
Yeah, and it yields what, like it's like $100 a year or something like that.
Yeah, right now yields are pretty low. I think it's averaging 36 cents a day or something like that. And so the thing costs $99. You got to figure it out a little under a year until it pays itself off.
But when the coin goes up, then your yield is going to go up from there. But if you're looking at baseline where it's at right now,
yeah, I mean, historically the coin. I mean, there's been times where the thing is yielded up to as much as like $16, $17 a day, which is insane. If you punch in the numbers.
Right. So like the lowest you're looking at is it might take a year to pay the thing off at worst case scenario, which is not a big deal. And it's small. It's not using a ton of power. You know, so it's not like it's going to cost you a bunch of energy to run it.
Yeah, no, it's super sick. I can't recommend it enough. If you guys are interested at all in decentralized physical infrastructure networks, mining, passive income yield type projects, if you like a lot of meme coins, but want a little bit more depth to what you're investing in, this is my go-to for sure. And I'm only talking about it because it's literally like a temporary deal where it's like the best deal ever. You know, TikTok is always like, the TikTok shop, this is the last time this deal's going to be here, 60% off, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty much what I'm doing.
Word. All right.
Interesting. Where do I find it? Justentropy.lol. Justentropy.lol. Take my hat and turn it into a website.
There you go, bro. I almost ordered one the other night, and then like, I was on your live and I was going to order one. I was going to order 5, but I passed out.
Well, they're in stock. There's only 10 of them on the shop right now.
And you can only buy 5, right?
The 5 is the max, but you know what? Let me give you some super duper top secret alpha that can't be said anywhere else. Very soon, we're introducing a brand new product offering. It has never before existed. It's highly limited. Again, we're talking less than 10 units. It's going to allow you to have a sixth miner. It's going to be crazy.
Love it, bro. Hey, man, thank you for coming on, dude, and being here. I'm going to cut the live out now. If you guys want to send any gifts to anybody in the panel, make sure you follow everybody that was up here. Much appreciated. Always a pleasure to have you. Crypto Rap, the greatest crypto rapper of all time. This is a Crypto Rap exclusive.
This is an Ozthecryptogoat exclusive. The greatest crypto podcast of all time. Everyone go watch my live because if I was anything, I'm going to go live right now.
Black, did you have anything you want to say before we get out? I know you didn't get a chance to talk too much. I want to give you an opportunity because we had a short conversation earlier. You can expand on it a little bit. I don't have to get off just yet, but if you want to
I definitely just really appreciate bringing up what is this name of crypto? I've been navigating using Coinbase multiple times and contacting my legislators, so you definitely need more activity like this in space. So keep these types of, I guess, whatever these things are, live streams coming.
Absolutely. And I took a little break, a little vacation chat. Okay, the show's back. It's in full force. We got guests lined up, Wazoo. And we're talking about these are big players in the crypto space, not just little guys. And I'm hoping that this next year I should have Wendy O and Charles Hoskinson. So those are in the works. So stay tuned, chat. I'm excited. Some big things are happening for such a small show. We are just starting. You know, it hasn't even been 1 year that I've been doing the show, and because we are out pounding the pavement, touching grass, going to these events, rubbing elbows, and basically we're going to free parties with free food and drinks is all we're doing. But doing that, we're building this community strong. So strong, and it's been really incredible. And for those of you that have been here since day one, thank you. Special thanks to TikTok Seller. He's one of our moderators here. This show would have died a long time ago without him. He has helped support in so many ways. He's given and donated to the show so many times. I've offered to pay him for his services. He refuses, and he is with me every single day in the Discord. I mean, we're calling out bangers in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you click the link in my bio. If it's not working, send me a DM. I will help you get into the Discord and send you the link. But we are calling out big movers in there. Okay. Dude, I think I hit like it was Mon. I hit 50% on that already, and it looks like it's still going up. So you know, we're doing things. You know, in Discord, we're trading together as a group. People are learning. We have the TA class as well. If you want to get involved and learn the TA class, Crypto Rap is actually coming on the TA class and taught us how to use Pump Fud, how to find the bangers there. Special thanks to you, Crypto Rap, for doing that as well. The TA class is lit, man, and we not only have like me teaching you how to read charts. I have hedge fund managers coming on the TA class. I have other influencers, creators, market traders, big names in the space that are coming in and teaching you their knowledge. So I would tell you, the best thing you can do for yourself is invest into yourself before you invest in the market. Get educated. You know, learn about this stuff. Crypto Rap, I hear you saying this all the time. The best thing you can do is lock in and learn. And we're so ready. You have an opportunity to learn something new before everyone else gets into it. To be the top dog, like we were talking with Miss Nifty earlier, we are the top 1%. Everyone here in the chat, you are the top 1% of educated people in crypto. The fact that you're here is enough. Because most people, they don't care. They're buying lottery tickets and that's it. They don't want to learn. They want to go on. They want to ask an influencer, what should I buy? And not put in any of the work, not do anything, and have someone else do it for them. You as an individual getting involved and educating yourself, learning paper trade. Guys, you can paper trade. And you have an opportunity to advance yourself light years ahead of the competition for the future. So I urge you to get involved, get in the Discord, get in the TA. Crypto Rap has an amazing Discord if you like meme coins. They're calling out crazy bangers. Dude, what was that? It was like 150 some X last night?
Yeah, it ended up being like a 215x or something at the end. But yeah, we caught a couple digit multipliers this week. They're cooking in there.
Yeah, it's incredible. Actually, dude, I want you to come on the TA show again and teach us how to use Soul Pump. If you could. I would love that, man.
Yeah, totally, bro. Yeah,
dude,
for sure.
Soul Pump looks cool as fuck, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I want to do it, but I know nothing about it. I'm afraid to touch it. Like, but if you want to do it, dude, because like 6-7's already, yielded me a little bit. And like, dude, I'm very conservative. So I'm like, I picked up 10x, here and there. I'm good with it. And so like, yeah, dude, I'm picking up 10x's like this, bro. Like, yeah, Soul Pump, dude. You don't know what Soul Pump is, bro? Tell me what Soul Pump is.
It's a game site. It's a lot of game sites. I mean, it's a reliable on-chain, fully transparent. I'm not gonna lie, it's like 95% RTP. It's not exactly a money printer, but it's a lot of fun. And we play Crash on there, and we've hit a couple multi-hundred X's. There's no better feeling than crunching like a big triple-digit multiplier and scaling down the progressive profit to 1%. And then literally every time you click your mouse, you're getting $1.
That's it, bro. Yeah, it looks like fun. Like you said, it's like a game, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like, and you were saying it's like you can set parameters, you can set all these different things. So like you just play, you're making money, you're getting paid in soul, right? So it's real.
Yeah, we can talk about it in
the DA class. Absolutely. Love it. All right, chat. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you to everyone that came up here. Thank you for all the gifts, everyone that gifted. I'm just going to shout out the names. We got TikTok Seller, Brooke Odyssey. Let's see here. Who is this? This is Miss Evie, AB Ryder, Fredrum, For Fun, Mr. Josh TV, Satoshi Nakamoto. And I miss it. Oh, wait, no. We got Scotty Dog. We got Run Up. Dan Run Up. We got Revolution, Francesca, Purple Bitcoin. I think that's everybody. Thank you all. If I missed you, I do apologize. Thank you for all the gifts. It's incredible. We've been live for 2 hours and 39 minutes, and we've made a whopping $5.75. We are rich, bro. We are so rich. We make a lot of money here. Thank you guys for your donations and everything that you do here. Everything that you said here now, I pretty much either donate to other creators or I give it to Jesse or IT here. So much love and respect for all of you. And I will, let's see here. Let's do this real quick because Rap is doing weird shit again. I love you, bro. Dude, and if you want to watch a good live stream, follow Crypto Rabbit, watch his live stream, and just watch him roast the chat. It is the most fun. My favorite creator here on TikTok, hands down. I'm just having so much fun just listening to him roast people. It is absolutely phenomenal. I wish I had that ability to do what you do, bro. It's fucking hilarious. So definitely check him out. And then follow Black XXOR. Very educated, and I trust what this guy says. We had a good conversation on Why Crypto's Live the other day, or it was today actually, and he knows what he's talking about, and he's not standing for bullshit either. So I love it. Anyone that's willing to tell the truth and not lie to the community and dump their bags on them, you got my respect. All right, chat. I'll see you all next time. Have a good night.
Thanks for the liquidity, guys. Take care.
You're right on point, bro. You just got to trust your instincts, man. I think you second guess yourself and
Yeah, I did.
you let the fear control your trading. Don't let fear, trust the process. Obviously, not all of them are going to work out, bro. But believe in yourself, believe in your process, believe in your TA. And when you do that and you have that conviction, that's when you are rewarded for it.
Hey, I got rewarded for that on the way down. I got a
Oh, I know, bro.
I got a
did
42% on the way down.
And I've seen you in the Discord. We have hashtag wins, right? Where people
Yeah.
are posting our wins. G-Rod every day with these massive wins, like anywhere from like 50% to like 290% wins, bro. You're killing it, man. And you're doing all those in the high time frames, right? So like 1 and 5 minute charts.
I do it all on the 1 minute charts.
Yeah, so you're making those kinds of gains in a matter of what, like an hour or less?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's magnificent, bro. You're killing it.
Usually, I mean, the longest I've been in one was the other night. I was in it for, I think, 4 hours.
Look at this, what I see right here too. So let's look even more macro. Here's our channel, right? We're respecting this line, this trend up, and we're respecting this trend. Like this. Right? So let's say this does come up, cup and handle, 250. What I say earlier, 250 to $3. That's where this thing wants to go. And look it does that. Like it goes like here, and then it goes higher. So it got here, now it's gonna go higher. See the pattern? Look,
I'm hoping for that higher one. I'm hoping for that higher one and not instead of a possible triple top. I don't know.
Look it. This is what you're seeing right here is bots. Okay, look at, you see this cup and handle right here that played out?
Yep.
Okay, you're seeing another one right next to it, cup and handle play out. That's bots trading. This thing's going to 250, bro. Easy. It's literally just copy and pasting what just happened here is about to happen right here. And that's, you see a lot of that on the low time frames because it's bots running an AI algorithm, right? So the bots are actually creating its own, whatever. And then the bot is also zoomed out even more on the 30 minute.
Oz,
Look at,
I got a question when you get back to that 5 minute one.
look at, here's your more macro, right? We're going to come up here, boom, double top, and come back down. So you're going to be able to short this thing to 159, 160 once it hits that 150 mark. That's what I was seeing. Now it could potentially shoot up higher first and then go, but we have an ascending wedge right here, right? So this would be more than likely what plays out right here on the 30-minute time frame. So sometime today or tomorrow, this thing will come back down to right here. So you see where the fair value gap is right here. We have the candle support right here. Boom, 161. And I would just set my sell order at like 163. At 163.5 and just make sure it fills. You know what I mean? Don't be greedy. You're going to catch all that, bro.
Yeah.
Make sure it fills. More than likely, that's what we're going to see right there. You know what? I'm going to save this. And I'm going to show you. Tomorrow, we're going to pull this up, and it's going to literally match this. Like, it's going to follow it to the T, bro.
I better be up the whole time then.
What, over the next, like, what? Like 12 hours? 14 hours?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to be up. This move right here is where you get to sleep, bro. You're going to catch this right here tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to top out tonight, like 3 a.m. Boom, sleep. Wake up tomorrow, set your sell limit at that 163.5. Wake up tomorrow and profit. Do it in your sleep. That's how I do it.
So I got a question for you. So if you zoom in on that 5 minute again,
Let me see here. All right.
so you know those sweeps that it's making, right?
Yeah. These right here.
Yeah. Have you seen I guess they're getting bigger, aren't they?
Not really. Look at.
Or
They're
are
actually
they-
getting smaller. So
Yeah,
let's
so
measure.
that's
So look, we take this over here. It's getting a little bit smaller.
okay.
So we measure this one. Bring it right here. And that's why it's a wedge, not a... So
Gotcha. Yeah,
expect
I
it
see it
to
now.
hit that line 150. Or excuse me, 250. That's it right there, bro. And look, let's move this right here. That's the distance from this resistance zone to the top. It's almost a perfect measurement. See that?
Yeah.
Now it could fall short, you know. I would be taking profits at 245.5. 245, somewhere around there, right? That would be my first zone of taking profit.
If I get back up to two, I mean, with my leverage, I mean, I only need to get to. If I get to 235, I'm up 150%. So it don't matter.
I think you're gonna do more than that, bro. I think you're gonna see 245 minimum. So you're gonna make a nice long here, and then you're gonna get a nice short, and it might do another one. It could potentially come down here like this, and then do another one, and then come down. So you might get two moves in here before it breaks down, and it is a smaller time frame, but it'll either break right here at 234. Once it hits 234 on the downside, you want to be watching for confirmation of a turn to the upside, or if it's going to head and shoulders, stop at 241, 240, and then come back down and have a reversal. Because if this stops right here, now you have a pattern confirmation of a break through that ascending channel, ascending wedge, right? And then
So
obviously
possible,
it doesn't
a
move
possible double top at 240 then.
exactly, because it doesn't have to be exactly at the peak, right? It can
Little
touch
lower.
here, and that's confirmation of a double top, right? If it
Yeah.
starts reversing from there, that's like, okay, we have a double top, and it'll do, you know, whatever it does. I'm gonna leave this line though, because I have a feeling it's gonna respect this. So yeah, just keep an eye on it, and like I said, watch the candles, look for candle confirmation, right? Look for that tweezer bottom, tweezer top in the candles. You're gonna see those a lot. Look for, you know, the candle patterns, and you're gonna look for confirmation with those with a pattern. So you're gonna look at the micro pattern and the macro pattern. Our macro pattern is this ascending channel, which is bearish, which means that more than likely it wants to break down into a double top here in the 30 minute, like that. That's what it wants. All right.
Okay.
So be looking at the candles, right? Remember, any pattern that you see needs candle confirmation. You need to have that candle confirmation, and then you need micro pattern and macro pattern confirmation. And then at that point, it's plug and play. It's pretty much, it's going to happen. Obviously, because crypto is manipulated, because it's such a low market cap and low liquidity supply, that can change. But 9 times out of 10, if you have all those signals line up, you're going to do all right. You're not going to catch every single one is going to be perfect, but 80-90%, you're going to be right on point. And that's all we need, right, to be profitable is 80-90%.
Yeah. Yeah, because it just formed another inverted head and shoulders on the 5 minute.
Let's look at it. Remember that 5 minute is a lot of noise, bro. Yeah, I'd say that's more of a tombstone than an inverted head and shoulders, which is still to the ups.
So if I just look at it from a half hour earlier, or like maybe an hour earlier,
like
you had
this
that-
right here, it's going to copy and paste this. This whole move from here to here, it's probably going to copy and paste that up here, just a little bit smaller, you know, less of a dramatic move.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Okay.
But look at this cup and handle. And you see how this cup and handle, look how far down it went. You would have thought, oh, that handle is no good, right? And look, it even had this little bull flag it made right here, right? You would look at this and say, oh, this is invalidated. If it had dropped any lower than this, it would have been invalidated. And really, it would have been like down here. If it would have dropped below 218, it would have been invalidated. But that's because of the time frame we're looking at. We zoom out to the 30 minute with less noise. That looks like a solid cup and handle. Solid cup and handle. Textbook.
Gotcha.
And
So your handle could come down all the way to the bottom, touch the
50%.
inside.
50%. All right. So look at from here to here. That's about the most you want to see. So that's about 50%. You know, that's the middle of the cup right here, right? That's about right. And that's even actually lower, right? See how where the candles are right here, the wicks, here to here. That's a perfect move.
Okay,
That's
so
textbook.
So Oz, what does it mean when the right side of the cup is higher than the left side?
It's just a tilted cup. That's all. You got to remember, bro, these patterns. Is this the XRP chart? No, this is render. We're going to do XRP in just a second. So bear with me. I'll take a look at it for you. The patterns are never perfect, right? The double
Okay.
top is never exactly. They fluctuate a little bit. You got to almost blur your eyes when you look
Yeah.
at the chart, right?
Gotcha.
And be less structured on everything and just try to see what's there.
Okay.
What are we doing? We're doing a little bit of TA lesson right here. I'm teaching you all a free lesson in technical analysis. Or you can just follow me and watch the show and I'll do free A for you. And you can copy my homework in the words of Crypto Rap. TA doesn't work. G-Rod, does TA work?
Hey, let him eat that candy that he's eating.
Yeah, I know, right? Go drink your own Kool-Aid, bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
This man's TA has closed me 200+% trades every day consistently.
Thank you, bro.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
I don't know. I have a gift, man. I think my brain.
He's the man with the crystal ball.
Yeah. The problem with the crystal ball is if you make me rub it too much, it gets foggy. You got to let it cool down a little bit, you know? You can't rub the crystal ball too much. Look we're respecting this line right here. Already in the 30 minute, we're climbing here. This is beautiful. This is what we want to see. I'll even tell you what time we top her out. 1900 hours UTC time. somewhere around there. What time is that? What's up, Elon Muff? How you doing, bro? You know, let's bring Elon Muff up here. I see
UTC time, you said?
What's that?
You said UTC?
UTC, Universal Time. Let's I want to talk to Elon Muff because my boy is educated. Elon Muff is very educated, knows what he's talking about a few things. But I do want to oh, he ran away. Can't right now. Oh, no worries, man. We're gonna have to do it again. I want to talk to you, bro, because I heard you. I forget whose live it was on. You were on, and you were talking about some things, man. And I was just like, I want to hear more about this. It was along the XRP lines. And by the way, check this out. Project XPX just came out like 12 or 18 months ago, something like that. Maybe it's like 19 months now. New project. It's a way for you to spend XRP with a card, like money. It's pretty goated. All right, somebody wanted to look at XRP. Here's my XRP analysis for you. I think we're coming back here to the 180 zone, possibly 175, 177. So what's up, G-Rod? What are you thinking on render?
What am I thinking on render?
Yeah.
Hey, if it double tops at 240, I'm good.
Honestly, I don't even think 240. Let me see, it was like the 1 hour. It's gonna go higher than 240. Honestly, I think 250 is the lowest that it would get that double top. Honestly, I think it does like 255 to $3. It could definitely go over. Remember how I said zoom out, right?
But we're gonna pull back before then.
Look at the daily, right? The same lines I drew, right? Shows a double top on the daily, bringing it down to fill this fair value gap of 159 to 136. So that's a nice short, bro, from 150. Let's just say 150, right? So a short from 150 to 137.
You're talking 250.
Oh, excuse me, 250 to 137, bro. That's a nice short.
250 to 137.
That's what, like 300, 400% almost. Leverage.
Hang on. I'm going to tell you right now. No, it's more than that. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Especially with the leverage I do.
Yo, what's up, Crypto Rap? Hey, thank you for the heart, me guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat, all lowercases, no spaces. We've got Crypto Rap, Oscar, Elon Muff, Revolution, G-Rod. We've got Francesca, all with gifts. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you. Rap, you want to come up for a minute? You want to tell them why not? Tell the chat about why not. If you got a second. If not, I get it, bro. Like, no worries, bro. You're always welcome up on the panel. I slept on a 500X for 2 weeks and rode up 35% on a 500X leverage, bro.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Bro, and I thought I was risky with XRP on a 50X.
Dude. Hey, that's what I was telling Josh, though. When it comes to the leverage trading, you'll start with 5, 10, 20X leverage. Before you know it, like, you're in 500X, 1,000X. And then that's when you get stopped out on like a 1,000X trade, like instantaneously, and you're like, what have I been doing with my life? And that's when you question all your life's choices.
Elon, I want to hear about this.
I know. I want to hear it too. What's up, bro?
It was in January of 25. I had a chunk of leverage, and I mean, I think I ended up running under like about 8,000. I was about negative 8,000 at one point, and as it was going down, I was like, it can't go down anymore, and I just kept buying my position larger and larger, and it kept going down, and I was like, oh man, and then it reversed and started going the other way, and it just kept on trucking, man, and I ran up about 35% times 500x. So
Damn.
it was pretty nice.
If you don't mind me asking, what was your margin?
I got down to where I could have dropped maybe 4 or 5% more, and I'd have been done and lost my rear end. A 4 or 5% drop would have killed me.
Are you running a tight stop loss, or are you running a broad stop loss?
I'm running like a wild man. I'll just put it that way.
That's
my whole
me, bro.
margin.
No stop losses, bro. Take it all.
Yeah.
All or nothing, baby.
I mean, I'll tell you this much. I set an alarm every 30 minutes so I'd wake up all night long so I could check my backs.
Bro, I've been there, man. Dude, last year I was averaging 1 to 4 hours of sleep a night because I was like rage trading like crazy. Like I paid for all this equipment and this whole studio and everything all just from trading last year. And
I was doing another thing. It was like I would chart and think I'd find the bottom, and I'd say, okay, I got like $300. I'm gonna take 3 shots. I would put nothing else in my margin or nothing. I'd take $100 and put it on a 200x, and I was like, I got about 0.5% to lose, and that's it. And I'd just be like, just go in the casino and just slap 100 in and hit bet one time and see if I make it. And if I get wiped out and it chases me down, I do it stick another 100 in on a 200x and buy it. And I fell asleep on one of those before. I thought I got licked and I didn't. I shut my MEC off, and I was like mad and went to sleep. Next day, went to work all day long. And the next evening, I hopped on, and I was on Bonk when Bonk ran, and on a 200x, I ran up a 2x. I ran up over 100% on a 200x before, and that one was a really, really nice one with a $79 buy times 200x. I mean, it was, so you can just imagine. And then it literally ran up over 100%, and I had no idea. I checked it, and it was like a bunch of zeros. I was like, what?
Is this real?
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky. When, it's just like, when you're playing in the casino, yeah, you're going to win once in a while, but usually the house wins when you're playing like a casino. There's actually a pyramid, and it's in my Discord. Elon, I think you're in the Discord. I think it's in the crypto section. There's a pyramid of the progression of what level you've reached as a trader. And like the first level is like the online casino gambler. Like that's like the lowest level.
Yeah. It's I've got probably 200 or 300 at least 50 to 75 X's that I've done.
Virtual streamer says, can you look at Bondra? Bondra, is this the chart right here? Is this the one? They launched this week. I'll tell you this right now. If it just launched this week, there's not going to be much TA available. This one says it was March 2022.
Here, I got one for you, TA, bro. Here, I'm gonna give you something first.
All right. Is this the one though? Is this the chart? Virtual streamers. This the right one? Elon Muff, thank you for the money gun, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Metal blockchain. Dude, I gotta look into Metallicus. We were looking at Metallicus yesterday. That looked promising.
I want to find out more about that, Oz.
Yeah, dude.
I have it wrote down. I wasn't able to dig into it today.
It's pretty interesting. Its actual use case when you look into it, and you know, the proofs in the pudding. The more you dive into it, the more you realize the links, what it does. It's legit.
Yeah, it looks legit. Honestly, it looks more promising than XRP from what I've heard. No, I haven't deep dove into it.
Well, when you chase its use case down and realize, I believe the market cap's like, I mean, it's under 100 million. I know that.
Yeah, low market cap is going to be more reward, right? That's why we're here, right? We don't want to risk, you know, or like play, not risk, but like playing blue chips in crypto, right? We're here for volatility, right? So chasing the new shiny thing, I know it seems stupid in the big picture because we're talking about adoption and everything happening right now, but I don't believe adoption is happening right now, but it's a long, lengthy process over time. So I think right now chasing the new shiny thing is what's going to be most lucrative in the meantime. That sentiment will change, but for now, that's where I'm at with it.
See, I have plays that, you know, I'm invested in based on actual research, and then I have other plays that's been mathematical plays. Like I throw $100 at the floor of tons and tons of $3,000 to $5,000 market cap coins. I rode one from 3,300 to $9.8 million in 3 days one time, and I had only sold 1% of it on the way up, and I still had 4%.
Yeah, I'm looking for, you know, not necessarily meme coin status low cap, but utility low cap, right? And something that's got some narrative and not too new, but new-ish, you know, that just isn't really doing much. Like Polygon, man. Polygon's like taking off right now. Everyone's talking about Polygon. Man, for the last 8 months, I've been saying, hey guys, Polygon's a sleeper. Find the bottom on this one and get in. It's going to do something big. And here we are. I'm always just shooting early. Let me do a little bit of TA here real quick for this guy. So it looks like we're going to come up right here to about like 159, 158-ish. 157.5 seems about right on this one. Obviously, that's a long-term goal. That could not happen till like April for this one. And, you know, sell and may go away would send it back down. And that would be it. I've never understood what the caps mean and the volume of it. So the volume is the amount of tokens in supply, and the cap is the market cap, the amount of liquidity in the project. So that's like tokenomics. Sorry, man, didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Nope, nothing.
Nope. As far as tokenomics go, Quant is my most bullish on tokenomics.
Yeah, low liquidity, or not low liquidity, but low market cap, low coin supply. Yeah,
and like 99% circulating, and it goes deflationary, and the use case is massive.
And it's RWA, if I'm correct, right? Or am I wrong?
Quant is like, it makes all blockchains interoperable, and also another thing as well, when you get wrapped coins, those smart contracts, there's always flaws inside of those that makes projects just die. There's no need for a wrapped coin with quant. They make them all intermingle without wrapping and creating smart contracts that have flaws inside of them.
Yeah, it's like in direct competition with Link. Yeah.
Actually, it's really not a direct competition. They both have two different use cases. Like if you was to just pull up a AI and say, hey, what's the difference in use cases between the two? One is DeFi, and well, it's not totally DeFi, but they have different use cases. Is the best way to put it. You'd have to just type that in and go search that real quick.
Interesting. Honestly, I think for now, stable coins, man. Everything's going to be focused around stable coins. That's the play right now. And man, I kind of want to just pull this up. Let's just watch it real quick. And I'll show you why. Oh, where is it? Oh, this must be it right here. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Check this guy out. Now, I mean, I've been saying this for a while, but this guy explains it better than I ever could.
The shadow government is exploiting a crypto backdoor to erase the $35 trillion worth of government debt. They just got exposed for cloning your money to pull this off. It all started when the Genius Act got written into law, allowing banks to create stablecoins. See, everybody thought it was just about crypto, but they didn't realize that there's actually government debt tokenized right now on the blockchain as well. So tokenization just means that you could take any asset or liability and turn it into an actual token. So right now what they did is they took the government debt and they made a token version of it.
Tokenization of all assets.
And you guessed it, BlackRock is the biggest issuer of this tokenized debt. When you combine it with the fact that banks can now create stablecoins legally out of thin air, it gets a little out of control. So this is how the current banking system works. A regular person just deposits money in a bank, and the bank is legally allowed to loan that entire balance out to anybody they want for car loans, house loans, whatever. And the person that takes the loan has to pay the bank back a yield. So the bank profits off of your money. In other words, they give you the innovation of a debit card, and they give you security by insuring your money. So they're allowed to loan it out to as many people as they want. And now they have this innovation, which is stablecoin issuance. If you take your real money, right, and you put it through a product like Tether, Tether takes that real money and actually invests it into government debt. Tether is able to profit off of buying government debt, and you get the stablecoin version to be able to use in crypto for DeFi or whatever you want. And it all starts to come together with this last element of tokenized debt. Remember when I told you that the stablecoin, you could use it for DeFi? Well, there's a lot of people that are taking that stablecoin money, and you guessed it, putting it right back into government debt. Here's the proof. There's close to $8 billion being currently invested through tokenized government debt. So you have stablecoin issuers like Tether and all these banks that are about to create stablecoins, putting that money into government debt, and then you have the same people that got the stablecoins putting money into government debt. It's duplicating the money and it's flowing back into government debt. This is insane. The Federal Reserve controls money in the United States. They get to pick the cost of interest rates, which is the cost of borrowing money. When we have a high cost of borrowing money, what happens is banks have to give out expensive loans. So if loans are expensive, nobody wants to take out a loan, right? But if loans are cheap because the Federal Reserve lowers interest rates, then we have a lot more people taking out a lot more loans. See, when people take out a lot of loans, that's a lot of new liquidity in the system, and we see asset prices like crypto and stocks go up a lot. So obviously, as an investor, this is like the most important thing and what I've been screaming from the top of my lungs for a long time. Interest rates are dropping, but not only that, this stablecoin duplication hack is also injecting a whole bunch of liquidity. Let me show you. The Bank for International Settlements literally wrote a paper on how crazy this stablecoin liquidity is for government debt. And they came to a conclusion that just through stablecoins buying debt, this is equivalent to the Federal Reserve dropping interest rates by 2 to 2.5 basis points within 10 days. If we have just 10 more tethers, we'll have literally a quarter basis point cut, which is equivalent to Jerome Powell dropping interest rates at the end of this month, which he is doing. So he's dropping interest rates, and we have all these new banks issuing stablecoins that could potentially drive more liquidity, very similar to Jerome Powell dropping interest rates. And see, there's just one problem with this paper here. They didn't consider, again, tokenized debt, which I just told you $8 billion is being purchased by random people in DeFi right now. So just to put it in context for you, this new system is cracked. They have this duplication weird thing in cryptocurrency with stablecoins, banks, and tokenized debt that actually does have a significant role in injecting liquidity into risk-on assets, aka the market's gonna pump. The elite are putting money in weird ways we have never seen before in the market. The shadow.
All right, there it is. Have you guys seen that video yet? Has anybody seen that before? Understand what's going on here? This is how they're erasing the debt, and they're lowering, basically changing the yield curve. No one.
No, I did it.
Yeah.
Sorry, you was cutting out. What now?
But they're basically fixing the yield curve with stable coins.
Yeah. So another thing is, so like, let's say the government, when they go to pay their employees, they could create a stable coin and buy a bond, and that bond goes towards the debt, and they're paying out. So when they paid their employee, they're actually taking away the debt and creating a stable coin with it in a short-term bond.
Yeah, and it seems like it's the play. Stable coins seems to be the push. The question is what is the use for a native token? Because obviously, like, yeah, we're going to need facilitation and transfer, gas fees, things like that, right? Paying of fees for transferring from one stable coin to another, right? But are we getting played with this native token idea? Because like to me, like let's talk about adoption, right? Adoption, real world use case. Do you want to get paid in XRP when it's at $4 or $5 and it's about to come down to $1?
You wouldn't be paid in XRP. You would be paid in RLUSD, which is pegged at $1.
Exactly. So it seems like stable coins is the play. XRP kind of runs in the background, right? But it doesn't.
Yeah, because you're going to see like how there's RLUSD. So basically in the background, like a dollar bill that you have in your hand, that's a tokenized version of liquidity. That dollar's not. You can't use that dollar to actually create a dollar. It's not gold. It's just tokenizing the value of money that used to be. Well, it used to be gold back, so it used to be a token of a piece of gold sitting inside of the reserve.
So XRP is the liquidity pool to facilitate the fast transaction.
Correct. So let's say, for example, you need to pay someone in China, and you're going to see this in the future. You're going to see RL Yuan, RL Peso, RL Ruble, and you need to send them value. When you send them RLUSD, it goes through XRP and comes out the other side as a RLU1. But the actual stablecoin that you're holding doesn't actually have any value. The liquidity, it represents a dollar or it represents a yuan, but the liquidity is actually inside of XRP, and that's why they call it liquid.
Right. So let's say that's adoption. We can agree that that's probably how this is all going to work, right? Obviously, we're still kind of speculating it. They could come out with new technology tomorrow that just underwrites everything we're about to say. But speculating that that's what's going to happen, that's the play right now, right? How does that affect the price of XRP, right? So,
I think it locks it up.
Yeah, that's what I think, even if $1 quadrillion is flowing through XRP, it doesn't really affect the price because it's in and it's out of it like instantaneously.
Not so if you're sitting there holding a RLUSD in your wallet and you have $1 million worth of RLUSD, the liquidity isn't the RLUSD. You're just holding a token that represents that liquidity, and the liquidity is in XRP.
Right. But XRP is getting its value from the people that hold XRP and keep their liquidity in it. And that liquidity
or the stable coin.
Right. And then whatever we're holding in XRP, that liquidity is what's facilitating the transfers and why it moves so quickly, because it's an intermedium between that transfer, right? So it doesn't really matter how many transactions, how fast, burn rate, anything. That's not what affects price with XRP. What affects the price is who's willing to buy it at what price and how long they're willing to hold it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too, is like that day, I believe it was October 10th, and the market cap of XRP dropped $30 or $40 billion. They said that there was actually only $1 or $2 billion worth of outflow that caused that $30 or $40 billion drop. So it also has to do with the velocity. So I don't know if you've ever watched the video, maybe like Zach Richter's market cap multiplier video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's always really interesting because there's been many a times, because if you actually watch the inflow, they said that like $200 or $300 million worth of inflow comes in, but the market cap rises $10 or $12 billion.
Yeah. There's no proof of a multiplier though, and there's no mathing in it. So yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's not real, bro.
Well, I mean, I got you. It's just like, for example, I've launched coins myself, okay? I've launched a meme coin, and I bought $1,000 worth at the floor, and the market cap shot up to $15,000. And then I add another $200, and it goes from $15,000 to $19,000. It's the same with every other coin if you ever watch the inflows, because you can watch the inflows by watching the actual liquidity flows and buys. Those can be tracked.
Someone help me out here, because someone chime in, because I'm just not buying it. Like I've looked into the market cap multiplier, and what I've found is it's a pipe dream. So like give me some kind of valid evidence, because I've had a lot of people come on the show. And I'm like, show it to me in black and white. Show me the math, right? Prove it to me. And I will scream it to high heaven. But so far, no one's been able to actually bring anything to me that's tangible. Like, we can all say and talk and speculate, but dude, if you can give me something valid that I can look into, I'll jump on board with you, man. I want to believe. I tell people this all the time. I want to believe it because that means we're making money, right? We want to make money. That's why we're here, right? So, like, show it to me on paper, bro. Like, and I'll scream it to high heaven. But no one's.
I've done all kinds of testing before. So I literally coded a coin before, and I stuck 90% of it in a wallet. Or actually, I stuck 99% of it in a wallet. I put 1% on the exchange, and I spent a few $100s on that coin from absolutely nothing, and ran the market cap up to $600,000 with only $500 worth of liquidity.
Yeah, that's possible. Wait, is someone else talking? Was that you, Black? Yeah. We can barely hear you, bro.
Hear me now?
Barely. Your volume might be down, because I got all your guys' volume up. But to what G-Rod was saying on Render, he's like, Render's dropping. It's good, bro. Look it's respecting the trend line, and we're wicking up here. So just calm down. Hold on to your britches, bro. We're going up.
Get the 500X going.
Can you hear me now?
Trust the process, bro. Trust the TA. It's never going to work out perfectly. It's not going to do exactly as I say, but it is going to move that direction. All right? You good, bro? Do you need me to talk you down some more? Trust the process, bro.
I just watched this back.
I know it's scary, bro, but like, look, that's
so
just a liquidity sweep.
One way to do this, go check this out. Go open up Fartcoin in CoinMarketCap and look at the market cap of it, and then go look at the liquidity. So when the market cap of Fartcoin was $1 billion, there was roughly like $4 or $5 million worth of actual liquidity in it. That means if one person sold $1 million, that coin would drop 20%. So it goes both ways. So it goes going down and it goes going up. So there's your market cap multiplier just right there. The proof's in the pudding. If you're sitting there at a $1 billion market cap and there's only $10 million in liquidity, and Bob comes in and buys $1 million worth of the coin, the market cap's not going to go to one. It's not going to go up.
But isn't that the purpose of why Ripple holds 44% of the 42% of the supply is to keep that from happening, and that's why they release it.
But here's the kicker of that though. Those are not circulating coins though. Those coins are not circulating. They're not counting. They're not holding the stability of the project. I've been in projects before, like meme coin project. I know this doesn't where the liquidity is really low. Okay, like I told you before, I spent $300 and bought 6% of a project one time, and at $3,500 market cap, and that coin ran to almost $10 million. Okay, my wallet was $700,000. I tried to hit, I was not going to do it, but I went to go hit sell, and I was only going to be able to extract $65,000 to $70,000 out of that project, even though it's because the liquidity was not there. Now, my $65,000 sell would have took that project from a $9 million market cap all the way down to a $4 or $5 million market cap, because the liquidity, like if the coin has 1% liquidity, the market cap is like 100x, like the market cap multiplier is like 100x. If you got 50% liquidity and you have 1% of the coin and you sell 1% of the coin, that 1% is going to probably drop that project, because according to you, if there was no market cap multiplier, if I sold 1% of the value of the whole coin, then the coin would only drop 1%. But since there is a market cap multiplier, if it's a $10 million project and I sell $1 million, like that coin's going to zero, because there ain't even $1 million worth of liquidity. You can see that all day on these projects. And it does the same thing going the opposite way.
But
so
isn't it also the higher the market cap is, the less that fluctuates? The less?
No, not necessarily. It matters on the liquidity rate. So if you look at a project and it has $1 billion market cap, but it's got $500 million in liquidity, then you literally got half. It's literally 50% liquidity. If somebody come along and they sold $1 million of a $100 million project,
it's nothing.
And it had a $50 million. It had a $50 million worth of liquidity. That $1 million isn't going to drop that thing but 3 or 4%. But if the liquidity rate is only 1 or 2% on a $100 million project, and there's only $2 million worth of liquidity, you got to realize that liquidity is not even, if it says there's $2 million worth of liquidity on a $100 million project, that there's actually not even $2 million worth of liquidity, because there's $2 million worth of liquidity in that pair. So if it's Solana / poo-poo in you, there's $1 million worth of poo-poo in you, and there's $1 million worth of Solana. It's half and half. Those liquidity pairs represent half of that liquidity. So if a market cap is $100 million and it only has $1 million worth of liquidity, or $2 million, if I'm just going to go ahead and say $2 million worth of liquidity, if somebody tried to sell $1 million, they'd send that coin into they'd bury it.
Right.
And they probably wouldn't even extract $400,000 or $500,000. And before they could even sell it and get out of it, they'd lose 70% of the value of their bag.
So let's say that that's true. All right. Then how does XRP get this massive multiple X multiplier happen to it? Where's the
okay? So that's like for
from?
the examples. If you watch the videos,
coming from?
Okay, so let's say everybody, like on the news, all of a sudden somebody starts talking about XRP, and everybody and their dog starts buying. The velocity of people buying is so much more than the velocity of the people selling. So you could literally, and I've seen it happen so many times. Somebody says something about XRP, 7, 8, 10, $20 million worth of inflows happen in a day or two, or in half a day, and the market cap's not going up 10, 20, 40, 50 million. It's going up 10 or 15 billion.
But this is the issue, though, is the inflows are outflowing instantaneously. So the money's not sitting in there long enough to do anything.
Well, it depends on the velocity, because if hardly anyone's selling, but everybody's buying, if there's a small percent of, because that's what usually happens. It goes down and it goes down, and the bears finally give up and they quit selling. Like no one's like, okay, like you finally get to the people that are like, I'm holding, I'm not selling, and there's no one left to sell. There's not very many people selling, and then all of a sudden people's like, hey, it's the bottom. Well, those sellers ain't selling no more. So now as everybody starts to buy, and then it starts to move, and all those people that sold and sold and sold are like, oh, I better hurry up and buy. And then you've got more buyers, way more buyers than you got sellers. And then you got, like I said, you get 10, 20, 30, $40 million worth of inflows coming in a matter of 4 or 5 hours. The market cap's not going up 10, 12, 20 million. That's like a penny. Like $50 million is like 3 or 4 cents to XRP. That's it, 2 cents. But that's if it was 1-to-1, but it's not 1-to-1. If you see a 20 or $30 million inflow in XRP in 20 or 30 minutes, you're going to watch the market cap rise 10 billion, 5 billion. You're going to watch that coin jump up 15, 20 cents in a matter of 6 hours or so.
Okay, so let's just for instance, because I'm trying to entertain your idea here. So let's say that happens. People start, it hits the bottom, it has nowhere to go but up. People start FOMOing into it, and then now institutions are putting money through it. All right. The money going through it is not what's affecting the price. You already agreed with me earlier on that.
Yeah, like if I send you, for example, like if I know your wallet address and I send you $100 million worth of XRP, that's not going to affect the price of XRP at all. It's not going to do nothing for it.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Even a quadrillion dollars isn't what's going to affect
it. Doesn't matter what I send you. It's not going to do nothing for it because it has to be on the exchange. So that's what's going on with all the institutions. Okay. If you go and you hunt down, they call them dark pools. So what they're doing,
dark pools are. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're buying from dark pools. That's why when the price goes down. So what they're doing is they go in on these exchanges, they put in buy orders down low, like, 75 cents lower than it is right now. And then the market makers go hunt down that liquidity. And then when they get down there, that's when they start buying. If they're not buying from dark pools, because they have the money to drag it down there, because that's market makers always going to chase the money. Like they're always going to go after the money every time.
Let's just say you're right.
Have you ever watched, there's a video called,
I know what I'm trying to, this is my point is, where's that liquidity coming from that's creating this FOMO and whatever? Because pretty much XRP is topped. The people that are buying it are buying it. That's it. Maybe down the road, another 10% of the world's population will start to get into crypto in a decade or two. So
I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I honestly feel like it's coming. I feel like it's just going to be a matter of time that Granny's going to pull up to the gas station. She's going to swipe her card. She has no idea what crypto is. And in the background, there's instantaneous settlement inside of the banks. Instead of the gas station having to batch all of the receipts at the end of the day to save themselves for money, they're going to get instantaneous settlement as soon as she swipes her card, and she's not going to know nothing that's going on in the background. And it's going to be the banks that are using blockchain to make instantaneous settlement. That's how I feel this is going to end up.
Granny is not going to be using XRP. I'll tell you that.
No, Granny's going to swipe her card, her regular card.
Hold on. Yeah, you're just repeating yourself now. Just hold on. Granny is not going to be using this technology. They are going to, first of all, the people of that time frame, that era, the boomers, grandma, grandpa, all that, they are very anti digital currency. Okay,
absolutely.
99% of them think it's a scam, or they think
you misread me, bro. I think you misread me. Here's the kicker: she's gonna swipe her card, and she is going to use the money that's in her account, and she's not really realizing that the money in her account is actually a stable coin. And when she swipes her card, the rails in the background are going to be instantaneously settling her transaction. She don't like crypto, but it don't make a dang difference, because when she swipes her card, whether she knows it or not, that's what's going to be settling the transactions in the background when the banks are using it.
But why would Granny be using XRP if it's for institutions?
She would. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Is she's not actually, into her head, she thinks she's just paying $13 for a gallon for gas. She's just swiping her card and spending the money in her bank account. That's all she's doing. But when she does that, unknowings to her and unknowings to all these other 95% of the people out there that you're speaking about, they're not going to realize that their transactions are no longer being settled on a SWIFT system that takes 1%, 2%, 3% of the transaction fee, and they can't settle it during only business hours. They got to settle it the next morning. They're not going to get paid the next day. What's going to happen is, in the background, unknowings to 99% of the people out there, they're going to swipe their card. They're going to get instantaneous settlement. You're going to go to Walmart. You're going to swipe your card. You're going to buy a set of overalls, and the money's going to come instantaneously off your card and go instantaneously into their account via blockchain in the background.
All right. My turn. All right. Now, this is entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Do I believe this? Possibly. And I kind of lean this direction, but it's also mildly like, let's just entertain this thought for a minute. Let's be open-minded, right? Right now, I can use PayPal. I can send money to my PayPal account where the liquidity sits, right? And if I transact with somebody from PayPal to PayPal anywhere in the world, I can transfer them money instantaneously right now.
Correct, PayPal. You can, but here's the thing: I have to trust PayPal, and you have to trust.
I'm just saying, like, what's
exactly?
The
point, I can tell you that right now. I trust PayPal, and you trust PayPal to be an intermediary between you and I. That means I've got my money on PayPal, so I trust PayPal. You've got money on PayPal, so you trust PayPal. The PayPal is actually hosting as an intermediary between those two. What's going to happen when Bank A in Arkansas needs to send Bank B in Canada $2 million? You think they're going to trust PayPal? You got to go on blockchain where there is no intermediary.
So I have bought through PayPal, okay, from people who are in Canada, Australia, UK, different items, and paid through PayPal instantaneously, because PayPal is one whole network. It doesn't matter that there's borders or transfers or whatever. PayPal is the intermediary. There were no fees at all. Instantaneous transaction. So I'm just saying, is what is the point? What do we need native tokens for and cryptocurrency and all this stuff for if we're basically already having it? Basically what I'm trying to say is, I think adoption already happened. I think we're already using digital currency, and we're seeing, and it's operating in the background without us knowing it. That's what I believe adoption is when people are using crypto and they don't even know it. I think that's what we've been
using a form of digital currency. But the thing is that you can't actually transfer value between point A and point B and make it disappear off the computer system. That's the issue. A bank in Oklahoma can't send $10 million to a bank in Arkansas without there being some intermediary that is settling that transaction. You may trust PayPal.
PayPal literally does that, where
that takes two people trusting an intermediary. That's what's wrong with the SWIFT system right now.
That's the same thing as two people trusting XRP, two different banks trusting Ripple, right?
Okay, let's just
same thing.
Please hear me out for just 1 second, please.
I'm listening.
Okay, so I got $100 million and I need to buy 30,000 barrels of oil to China. Okay, when that transaction happens, okay, you got Nostro Vostro accounts, you've got intermediaries like JP Morgan and all these handling your transactions at 3% and 4%. The actual settlement time on those things are multiple days long. Okay, it costs them like just for example, if I want to send $1 million to China today, there's a 3% fee to swap from US dollars to yuan, and it takes like 3 to 5 days for the transaction to settle. Don't you think an institution would want to settle that in 3 to 5 seconds for a quarter or 25 cents or less?
Well, hear me out, and then I'm going to address the chat. So PayPal does it for free, no cost whatsoever, and it's instantaneous, within a second. So it's faster. But I want to look at this. So right here it says, I stopped using PayPal when they seized the money that was donated to the truckers' strike in Canada. Totally get that.
That's another reason right there, is because your money's regulated and they can control it.
I agree. However, are you really naive enough to think that is the direction they're headed with crypto, is to give us freedom or control? They're headed towards control. And with the Clarity Act, the way it's written right now, it is the foundation of moving towards control. Unless we can take it to the Senate and have it rewritten. Now, the Boozman-Booker draft has been written, okay? And if we can add that to the Clarity Act, now we're talking about having some security for the investors and not the institution. The way the Clarity Act is written right now, it takes all security away from the investor and the consumer and puts all the security on to the institution, right? Which
Correct.
is basically the system we have now, where the banks can fuck up and do whatever they want, and then we bail them out. Okay?
Yeah, and this is basically programmable money. That's the thing. Like, for example, if you got 1 million quant in your cold wallet, the government can't come and take it. Now, if it's on an exchange, they can. If you want to send it to someone else, you can, and they can't stop you. But if you have programmable money, that programmable money can be built on top of that blockchain, and then from there it can be regulated. You could tell all the people in China, you can have only up to $10,000. You can't ever save over $10,000, and you can't spend any money outside of your county in your state. That you cannot spend it past there. And if you try to spend money outside of that county, you can't. Whereas XRP, you can't. But here's the kicker: you can build that currency on top of the blockchain XRP. You can build it on top of the APIs inside of the quant network. Somebody can send quant and no one can stop them. Somebody can send XRP and no one can stop them. But if you build programmable money on top of those blockchains inherently with the smart contracts together, at that point you can say this wallet cannot hold more than 1,000 XRP, or I'm sorry, $1,000 worth of RLUSD or $1,000 worth of any other currency, and it can't make any transactions over $10,000. And if it ever gets over this much amount, you can't ever get over $10,000 in a wallet.
All right.
In other words, if you have 9,500, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So the Bank Security Act, BSA, now changes here in 2026. They pushed it out like a month or two, but it's supposed to be enacted. It's been in act since 1970. Ripple is applying to be a bank, and cryptocurrency falls under the BSA Act, okay? Which means that any transaction over $600 can be monitored and